Chief, go ahead and tell us what happened here tonight.
Okay, this evening at 6:03 p.m. we received calls that were shots fired inside the Valley Plaza Mall. The investigation up to this point, the facts as we know them up to this point, it appears that there were two groups who were involved in some type of physical altercation. During that altercation, a black male in a hooded sweatshirt produced a firearm and began firing. We have two victims at this point. We have moderate injuries, and they've been transported to Kern Medical Center. We have video confirmation that the subject that was involved in the shooting, the suspect, did flee the mall, so the mall is secure. Officers began to arrive, patrol officers, officers from our special enforcement unit, detectives, and deputies from the Kern County Sheriff's Department, so I would like to thank them for their assistance. We came in and began looking for victims to make sure that no one else was injured, and at this point the place is secure. This was not an active shooter or one of those types of incidents that we've seen across the country. This is a fight amongst two groups where a subject produced a firearm and began firing. At this point, this is all the information that I have. Sergeant Croker is currently getting briefed to get more specific information for you, so he will provide the follow-up briefings. But I want to put the public at ease that this is not an active shooter. The mall is safe. We're going to assign three two-officer units to walk the mall for the remainder of this evening, and we're currently putting together a plan to address the mall throughout the shopping season and through the entire holiday season.
So as of right now, it sounds like you guys are planning on reopening the mall.
Correct. As soon as the investigators have the evidence that they need to collect and we can clean up, we will reopen the mall.
Chief, just across the street over there, I know you said you don't have much. We saw a couple of people in custody, gang ID'd, all that. Do you have any idea what their involvement in this might be?
I have no idea what you're talking about by saying someone was gang ID'd. We do have some folks who were detained over at the Carl's Jr., but one of those subjects was actually a victim and had been hit who has been transported.
What age groups were these two groups?
It appears anywhere from older teens to early 20s.
Was this gang related?
This is too early in the investigation. As the previous question, I'm not going to make any determinations as to gang involvement at this point.
What kind of firearms?
That I don't have that information.
How helpful is the video going to be in identifying the people that were shooting?
I don't know the quality of the video, but the video was good enough for us to be able to put the public at ease that the suspect had fled the mall. So all of those things are under process and detectives are looking into it.
Is there a description of the person that fled?
Right now it's male subject, gray hooded sweatshirt, who was last seen south from the Valley Plaza Mall.
Have we located a firearm at this point?
I am not aware of any firearm being located.
Is he the only suspect that you're currently looking for?
Currently, yes.
How does it feel, just 3 days before Thanksgiving, a lot of holiday shoppers here, that something so traumatic like this is to happen?
I think it's extremely important. This is why I'm here. I don't have anyone else doing this because it is not lost on me that this is the holiday season. This is when most of the people come out to do their holiday shopping, and I'm here to put the public at ease that this was not one of those types of incidents as we've talked about across the country. This is a fight between two different groups, and one subject resorted to the use of a firearm to try to resolve their conflict. So that's why I came out, because I think it's very important, based on your question, that is not lost on us, that the commerce here at the Valley Plaza Mall and making people safe, that we, as the Bakersfield Police Department, take this very seriously.
You mentioned, just to clarify, you said no one was arrested. Is anybody detained right now?
I'm not aware of that.
You mentioned that you're formulating a plan to deal with security at the mall during the holiday season. Can the public expect an increased police presence throughout the holiday shopping season?
Not anything different than we do every year. We increase presence at the mall, Northwest Promenade, anywhere that there's going to be a large congregation of our residents in regards to shopping. we generally increase our police presence.
How helpful was mall security in this?
They're very helpful. Immediately, a couple of the officers responded to their control room, accessed the video, and that's why we're able to bring a quick resolution to it.
Chief, we saw two officers searching for something across from the Carl's Jr. Was that possibly the weapon?
I have no idea. I was not over there. I know that we located victim over there, and that's the only information I have over at the Carl's Jr.
Do we know the relationship between the victims and the shooter?
We do not.
Can you confirm the exact location within the mall that this happened?
This happened just west of the Chipotle in the food court, so in the little breezeway there.
I had heard that the argument may have started at Target, and the kids were kind of thrown out of there, and it just kind of moved its way down the mall. Did you hear anything like that?
I was not briefed on that, no.
Target was locked down. They're adjacent to the mall, another part of the mall here. Was the whole mall locked down at one point, or is there a specific reason that Target was locked down?
The entire mall was not locked down. Each independent store made their decisions whether they were going to lock things down, but the entire mall was not locked down.
Does the mall have a plan in place to evacuate in case of a shooting like today's?
You would have to talk to their primary security for that information, and if I had that information, I would not share it because that becomes tactical information that if something were to happen, we would act appropriately.
Was it two groups shooting at each other or one group shooting at another group?
I don't have that information.
Do you have any more information about the scene at Carl's Jr.?
I do not.
I'm sorry, did you say that the plan was to open the mall tomorrow as normal?
We're going to open the mall as soon as finish collecting the evidence and that the detectives feel that they have everything that they need.
Do you have an idea of when that will be?
I do not.
What are detectives doing right now in the mall?
We're looking at video, we're looking at physical evidence inside the mall, and we're interviewing people who may have been potential witnesses.
What's your message to the public about the safety, the future safety at the mall, and what do you expect for the rest of the holidays?
My message to the public is that we take this seriously. Again, every year during this time of year, we do increase our presence here at the mall, and this was an isolated incident between two groups. The mall itself was not the target. This wasn't some type of thought that we're going to go shoot people at the mall from what information that we have here, and that it's safe to come and shop at the mall.
And just last question, could you reiterate, I don't know if you answered it or not, how many people were actually injured?
So far that we are aware of, 2.
And were any people that were doing the shooting injured?
Not that I'm aware of, but again, Sergeant Croker will be able to give you any more specific information here in a few minutes.
Do we know if the people injured were targeted by the shooter or if they were just shoppers?
I don't know.
Anything else you want to add on?
Again, I'd just like to thank Valley Plaza Mall Security. I'd like to thank the folks and residents who are inside of the mall who are providing us with detailed information. People did not run off and then not provide that information, and I am extremely proud of our response, and again appreciate the response of the Kern County Sheriff's Office to assist us immediately. They showed up without being asked. So just let the people in Bakersfield and Kern County know that we work together, and we're going to diligently look for the folks responsible for this, and this will not be taken lightly.
Do you have any...
Thank you, Chief.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, so getting an update from the police. They're sharing exactly what happened, where their investigation is. As we just heard, they are still in there conducting interviews, looking over their evidence, but they are going to be opening up the mall here shortly. and do want to let the public know that everyone is safe around this area and inside of the mall. So after 6 p.m., 2 different groups had a physical altercation, and that's when a black male in one of those groups, he was wearing a hooded sweatshirt, took out a gun and began firing shots. That person is a male and did run out of the mall. Now they're saying that the mall is safe and that this is not an active shooter situation. They are going to have extra patrols stay here at the mall until it does close. Obviously, there's holiday hours, so a lot of stores staying open a little bit later during this season. So he did say that not only are they going to be walking around tonight, but then police are going to be working with the mall about possibly lending some hands during these holiday hours up until and through the holiday season. And as I mentioned, they